Hey guys, so I saw this on Facebook. Um, so server slams table of 16 people who came in 45 minutes before closing and made him want to quit. Okay, so if you've worked in retail or fast food or whatever, people coming in last second, that's annoying. Now, when I say last second, I mean like, working at Burger King or McDonald's and you've cleaned everything and some fucking asshole pulls up through the fucking drive-through. It's like, there's 5 minutes before we close, and now we've got to dirty everything up again, and we've got, and we just threw everything out, so everything has to be made fresh again because one person wanted to roll up 5 minutes before we closed. But 45 minutes, depending on what kind of place this is, you could make the food, uh, have them eat and everything, and have them be out in 45 minutes. Even with 16 people. So let's take a. Looks like he's got fucking tattoos on his face, septum piercing, possibly gauge right there. Yeah, typical wants to do pretty much nothing, but then reap all the rewards. I mean, kudos for this person to getting into customer service, but what did you expect? And especially, I mean, considering the holidays are coming up, and you have to work holidays, what are you gonna do then? What are you gonna do then? You're gonna throw a hissy fit and cry like a bitch because you're having to work later or work harder, or like, what are you gonna do? Like, my job, is it annoying? Yeah. Do I complain about it? Yeah, but I'm not gonna fucking get violent. I'm not gonna you know? Now it says slams table. Now I'm assuming they just mean, oh yeah, all these motherfuckers came in and blah blah blah. I don't think they actually mean slams the table. But it's no secret that customer service is hard. And now one server has slammed a group of 16 who came in 45 minutes before her restaurant. Wait, is it a he or she? So I saw one say it was he. Yeah, see, it says right there, made him want to quit. Yeah, it made he before her restaurant was due to close. So is it Osra Nino? Hello, my name is Nino. I'm sure most people won't get where that's from. Osra Nino took them. And here's the thing. You're clearly busy and you take time out of your, you know, when you should be working to go onto TikTok. Now, if I complain about my job, if I whine and complain or whatever, it's after I get home. I don't sit there and be like, oh yeah, the first thing I'm going to do is fucking go on TikTok and whine about it. No, I do my fucking job like I'm required, and if I want to bitch and complain about it when I get home, then I can do that. But why is it all these fucking kids, the first thought they fucking have is to go straight to TikTok? Every fucking time. Took to TikTok to explain that despite it almost being closing time, 45 minutes is really not that close to closing time. 15 minutes, 5 minutes, that's close to closing time. Not 45, that's still about an hour. Closing time, the group came in anyway and left him feeling like he wanted to quit as server. Again, must not have been there very long because wait till the fucking holidays come. And you don't get a fucking day off. And you're working in those fucking holidays. I mean, if you can't handle that, you're not going to be able to fucking handle the holidays. So it's probably best that you quit. He says at the start of the now viral TikTok, we just had a table of 16 coming. We close in 45 minutes. This is why I'm quitting, because you motherfuckers make my job insufferable. Again, that's the nature of your job. It's to serve people. It's customer service. It's not the other way around. As much as I hated it, like I said, I had people coming in 5 minutes before closing. Some people come in just as we're closing, like 1 fucking minute before closing. It's like, well, we don't have a choice. And yet, guess what? You just do the job. Yes, it's fucking annoying. Customer service is annoying, but that's the kind of job you knew you were getting into. Nito's words did not go unnoticed on TikTok since they were posted on November 4th, and at the time of writing, they had been viewed almost 200,000 times. Because the first thing I do when I get pissed off at work is I go to TikTok. These motherfuckers. However, while the video caught the eyes of a lot of people, viewers were divided about what the server had to say. One critical viewer slammed, Gen Z, it's not your customer's fault. Your job has business hours, and they're within those hours. Exactly. Y'all literally complain about everything. So you're quitting because you're lazy and don't want to work. Got it. How the hell do you think a server's job was going to go? 45, that's enough time. Yeah, exactly. That's what I just said. 45 minutes, that's enough time to almost get them back out the door before close. I mean, by the time, once they get their food and once they're done eating, if they're chit-chatting, you can tell them, hey, we're closing. You guys got to leave. But 45 minutes is more than enough time. I mean, considering all you're going to be doing afterwards is cleaning up tables and, you know, because while you're doing the serving stuff, there's other people in the back cleaning up and shutting down and all that. So you have tables to clean, sweep, you know, the floor to sweep, maybe garbage to go out. And I mean, as long as you're not fucking lounging around and not doing your job, then that stuff doesn't take very long. You know, it's like I said, I've worked at places, whether it was Burger King or the grocery store, you know, Ingles. You know, we closed Ingles like 11 o'clock. And there's always that person, last fucking minute, they come in, they're like, oh, I just need to get a couple things. And they're in there for like 30 fucking minutes for an hour. And then they're like, oh, I'm sorry, I just, you know, just how it happens. You come in for a few things. Like, I don't care. I don't care about your fucking life story. Just pay for your shit and get out. You know, that's annoying, but 45 minutes? Come on. However, some viewers were sympathetic to Nito situation. One wrote, there should be a rule policy. If a restaurant closes at 9, not to seat anyone after 8. I mean, I agree. You know, there's ways, but then again, it's like, people will come in and see, like, oh, it closes at 9, and then they'll still fucking complain. It's like, well, I'm hungry. My baby needs to eat right now, and blah, blah, blah. It's like, read the sign. Those are our rules. If you're hungry and need to eat, there are other places that are open that are, you know, able to cater to you. A second sympathized, adding, yeah, I know the feeling. We had people coming in knowing we close in 5 minutes and then order the moon. Well, that's one thing. 45 minutes is another. That businesses should have a closing menu. I mean, that's also true. Because most of the time, by the end of the day, when you're about to leave, everything's turned off. So there should be like some pre-made stuff that you make before you shut everything off. And that'll be like the, you know, the closing menu, you know, where people can still come in and get stuff, but you don't have to fire because, I mean, working in fast food when you have the fucking deep fryers and all that, those things take a long time to heat up. And if someone orders fries, it's going to be like 15 fucking minutes before those things are fully hot. You know, so it would really be nice to have some kind of closing menu. In the comments section, Nino went on to explain more about his situation, revealing that he works in a restaurant that is understaffed, which makes his life harder. Well, if it's understaffed and your work is hard, just like I said about that last kid who was bitching, complaining about his fucking job and like whining on TikTok. In the meantime, look for a different job. Like a normal adult. That's what adults do when they don't like the current situation. They keep their job and they continuously would look for something different. If you're understaffed and your boss isn't going to hire anyone else, and you clearly know that he's not, they're not going to do it, and that your life is just going to be made harder, look for a different job. You're young. You're going to get hired. So in the meantime, look for a different fucking job. One that isn't maybe a restaurant. Go fucking do office work or something. Something where it's not so demanding. You know? It's just if you find it's that hard, then just find a different job. Like I said, I fully understand, the coming in at 5 minutes left or something. Like even with Ingles, when I was working there, even when someone comes in the last minute, I've already fucking swept and mopped. And some days it's fucking raining, and people are coming in last fucking second with muddy shoes and all that and going all around. So that means I've got to redo the entire fucking floor again. So trust me, I understand. But 45 minutes, it's more than enough. And if you don't like your job and it's becoming too hard, because I had, when people came in at the last second, it wasn't all the time. So it was like, okay, whatever. But if this person is saying it's hard, and like if this is a reoccurring thing, find a different job. Makes it life harder. He said, not only do I serve, but I wash dishes. Okay. Most servers have to wash dishes. So when I'm trying to do that and people want to be rude, I'm gonna be a bitch about it. He concluded that the money's not worth it at this joint. Then quit. I mean, again, Ingles. I not only cleaned the entire fucking floor. If you've been into Ingles, they're pretty fucking big. So I not only had to, mop and, sweep, mop, and then, go around with the machine. I had to do the milk and the eggs, the bread, the ice. I had to clean the fucking bathrooms. I had to help up at the front with bagging. I had to go out there and get the fucking carts. And then I was outside at night on a 30 fucking foot rickety ladder trying to put the letters up there for the deals and everything. And there's some days where I would go in and there was this one other person who would be working there who's supposed to do what I did, but every time one of the cashiers would call for help, I would be the one who has to answer, because the kid was like fucking 16, 17, and you just see him walking back and forth in the back of the store. And then his name was Jimmy, and I'm like, Jimmy, I'm about to do the floor. You need to go up there. He's like, well, why would I go up there? They don't need me. I'm like, yeah, they do. So they didn't call me. I'm like, yeah, because they don't even know you're fucking here. No one saw you come in, and you've been walking back and forth the entire time. I'm doing the floor. You need to go up there and stay up there until I'm done. So, and it was not fun. And then I had to, I also did the garbage. I was doing everything. And then I had to keep going back and forth to the front of the fucking store to help people bag. And some people, especially during the holidays, what do you know? One person can have like 4 or 5 fucking buggies worth of food. Same thing. It's as it is now. It's like, if you want to complain about it, do it at home. Don't fucking stop and just like, okay, well, I'm just gonna go to TikTok to complain about it right now while I'm still on the clock. Because if you don't quit, that shit will get you fired. If you're gonna complain about the job, do it when you get home. Like I said, why is this generation, why is the first thing they think of is to fucking pull out their phone and record themselves on TikTok? Why? And it seems like in any situation, it's like, I did one about a nurse. She's like recording herself. She's like, she's like hunched over against the wall. She's like, oh, I lost my first patient today. She's like hunched over. I'm like, and this is your first fucking idea to fucking pull out phone, set it up properly so it can record you, and then you got to hit record, and then you're like, oh, good. What is it with this fucking generation? The first thing they think of is, I'm going to put it on TikTok. Again, if you don't like the job, quit. Look for a new job that isn't so physically demanding, because clearly you're not capable of doing it. This, I don't know if he, she, whatever, I don't fucking care. But this is the generation, and not everyone. I have to say, when I say this generation, it's just a broad general statement. I know there are plenty of people in this generation that are hardworking, but then you have the people who look like this with the tattoos on their face. The septum piercing is almost like a dead giveaway. I mean, especially if you go on Twitter or TikTok, when you see people like this, they usually have the dumbest fucking opinions. But, so you have tattoos on the face, like I said, the gauge. They want to, they don't want to do any of the work. They just want to reap the rewards. They want to do the bare minimum, but still get paid as much as everyone else. But that's not how life works. You have to work hard. The other day, I did 2 fucking days worth of work in a couple of hours. You know, so these kids need to learn that life is, life is not some happy sunshine club that is going to cater to your needs. People are going to come in last second, but this wasn't even last second. It's 45 minutes. That's almost a full fucking hour. You know, the people have plenty of time to eat. Even if it's 16 people, they still have plenty of time, depending on what kind of restaurant it is. I'm sure a lot of it's going to be like smaller, easier stuff. So even if it was like a burger place, you're not going to make like one burger at a time. There's 16 people and they all order burgers. Guess what? Boom, 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 boom. All 16 burgers on the grill at one fucking time. Same thing with the fries. Fries, you can usually get several servings, and they usually have 2, 3, 2 or, so you can get more. So I don't understand what the big problem would be, especially if it's fried stuff. Put it down there, a couple minutes later, boom, up. You serve them, they're done eating like 15 minutes, they're out. So, you're going to have jobs where you're going to have to do that. There's jobs where you're going to have to stay overtime. There's jobs where you're going to have to work a little bit after you close. During the holidays, it's going to be a pain. So these kids are they're so used to being wrapped up in a little fucking security blanket that they get out into the real world and they see, oh gee, it's not like what people told me it would be. People aren't catering to my fucking needs. It's just, the world is not nice like that. If all else fails, this person can become a teacher. No real work involved anymore. Just preach your bullshit to the kids, and then when someone questions it, the kids are being taught to be more tolerant. Yeah, being tolerant is one thing, and being tolerant is great. But it's not going to matter if these kids are growing up to be just being fucking stupid because they don't know math or history or science, and all they know is fucking pronouns and gender. So, you can be tolerant all you want. It's not going to matter if these kids can't read or write. But another person, I mean, I just did one, 2 weeks ago or something, about same kind of person, Gen Z. First thing they do, go to TikTok and start complaining about their jobs. Anyway, that's it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.